Hey everyone, today we're going to dig into the secret story of one of the world's most important and, honestly, most overlooked plants. It's a story of ancient innovation that quietly, and I mean completely, changed the course of human history.
So let me just start by asking you a question. What's something that you probably see or eat or use almost every single day? Something that's just hiding right there in plain sight. And what if I told you that same thing is kind of a silent giant, an engine that helps power huge parts of our modern world? We're talking everything from our food systems to global industry.
Now, if your mind is jumping to some new gadget or a fancy AI, or maybe some rare earth mineral, nope, you're on the wrong track. The answer is actually way, way more humble.
Believe it or not, it's this, the soybean. Just a small, ordinary-looking bean that has one of the most incredible success stories in the entire history of agriculture. All right, let's dive in. For the next few minutes, think of the soybean as our main character, a totally unassuming superstar on a truly epic journey. I mean, you really can't overstate just how huge the soybean's impact is today. It's a cornerstone of the global food supply, not just for us humans, but for the animals we raise. It's a massive source of cooking oil, and it even works its way into all sorts of industrial products, like biofuels, printing inks, even plastics. Its footprint is absolutely massive. So yeah, that's the big question, right? How did this happen? To really get its modern power, we have to go way, way back. We have to go back to the very beginning, to its ancient origins. Our story kicks off thousands of years ago in the plains and river valleys of ancient Manchuria. This whole region in northeastern Asia, with its cold winters and warm growing seasons, it was basically the perfect cradle for a tough little crop like this one. But the original wild soybean? Oh, it was a totally different beast. It was tough, it was a pain to harvest, and it was pretty unreliable. But ancient farmers saw its potential. They didn't just pick it. They decided they were going to become its first mentors. And here's the playbook they used. See, domesticating a plant wasn't some lightning bolt of inspiration. It was a slow, patient process that took incredible foresight. Farmers would just watch the wild plants. They'd pick out the ones with the best traits, maybe bigger seeds or pods that didn't shatter and spill everything. Then they'd save only those seeds to replant next season. And by doing that over and over for literally countless generations, they slowly but surely reshaped the soybean into the powerhouse that we know today. And once it was domesticated, the soybean basically unveiled three key characteristics. Let's call them its three superpowers that made it so unbelievably valuable to early farmers. Okay, so its first superpower was as a massive nutritional upgrade. It wasn't just providing calories, it gave people something way more precious. Think of it this way. If you're only eating grains like wheat or millet, you're getting basic energy, right? But the moment you add soy into that mix, you're adding a serious source of high-quality plant protein. That combination creates a way more balanced and robust food supply, which was a total game changer for communities that didn't have a lot of meat. Now, the second superpower is really cool because it didn't just help the people eating it, it helped the farm itself. The soybean was a true soil saver. This is all thanks to a pretty amazing process called nitrogen fixation. Now, to put it simply, the soybean's roots work with bacteria to literally pull nitrogen, which is a super important plant nutrient, right out of the air and put it back into the soil. Ancient farmers, they might not have understood the chemistry, but they definitely saw the results. A crop that not only fed them, but also made their fields healthier for the next season. It's like its own little fertilizer factory. And the third superpower? Oh, it's just incredible versatility. The soybean was not a one-trick pony. It was the original flex food. Early on, you could boil it for a simple meal, grind it into flour, or just store it for really long periods, which gave you amazing food security. But that flexibility, it also sparked human creativity. Over the centuries, people took this one bean and turned it into the foundation for totally new foods, like soy paste, soy sauce, and of course, tofu. So let's recap. You've got a nutritional powerhouse that also fertilizes its own soil and can be turned into a dozen different foods. Yeah, a crop like that isn't going to stay in one place for long. It was ready to move beyond its homeland, and its global journey was really just getting started. And you can kind of see that journey play out over time here. It starts in Manchuria, then it spreads through trade to northern China, and then it fans out across East Asia as more and more farmers saw just how valuable it was. I mean, a crop this useful, it just doesn't stay local.
And this is a really important thing to remember. It wasn't just the seeds that were traveling, it was the knowledge. You know, to be successful with a new crop, you need the instruction manual: how to plant it, when to harvest it, and what to do with it once you have it. The spread of the soybean was really the spread of agricultural wisdom passed down through generations and across entire regions.
Which brings us full circle, doesn't it? It connects that ancient past all the way to our global present, and it shows us the incredible legacy that's packed inside a single humble little seed. It's just wild when you put it side by side. What started as a simple tool for survival, patiently grown in these small fields in ancient Manchuria, has now become a massive pillar of our modern world. It's an incredible transformation from a local hero to a global agricultural titan. And this quote, it really is the perfect way to sum up this whole story. It's a powerful reminder that history isn't just made on battlefields or in palaces. Sometimes the most profound changes come from the quiet, patient work of cultivating a simple plant. Which kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. The soybean was hiding in plain sight for centuries. So what other quiet world changers are out there right now? Maybe it's a type of algae in our oceans, or some common fungus we've just totally overlooked, waiting for someone to unlock its story. Thanks for digging into this with me.